Good evening, everyone. Welcome to iQuanta. Today, we are going to have another session of LRDI, and today we are going to talk about your accuracy and your speed. As we already know that LRDI is a make or break section in CAT, right? And because of that, it's really important that we become really good in this section, but that is not easy, right? Lots of you might be finding this section the most difficult one, है ना? सही बात है ना? और सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम क्या होती है? टाइम टाइम काफ़ी ज़्यादा लग रहा होता है। और दूसरा कि अगर हम सॉल्व कर भी ले तो भी कई बार हमारे जो आंसर्स होते हैं वो गलत होते हैं, especially in the case of data interpretation. Now, as per the last year, there were lots of data interpretation sets in all the 3 slots. Before that, there were not many data interpretation sets in CAT, but somehow there was some reasoning based DI, some quant based DI, some bar graphs, some average mixture allegation based DI. Those were always present in CAT. So, for this year, we never know that how many questions they will ask on data interpretation. So, we should be ready for it, right? So, we should be working on our speed, on our accuracy. So, this is what we are going to discuss today. We are going to discuss effective approach to solve an LRDI set, especially a DI set. Now, in case of steps, what we need to follow: first, try to read the set properly, try to understand the information. Have you solved a similar kind of set before? Or if this set is related to a particular quant topic or a particular DILR topic, are you familiar with that? If you are familiar with that, then you should approach that set. Otherwise, it should not be your first priority, okay? Or you should attempt that set only if you have enough time, okay? Then comes second point: decide the time you are going to invest in understanding. So, whenever you are starting a set, you should be aware of how much time you have left to solve that set, and how much time you are going to spend reading the sets and start working on that. So, everything works together, okay? So, you should be working on that. Start with any set, try to grasp the given information, try to write it down. Then you will see that every time you are solving a set, more or less you are taking similar time, okay? Although it depends on the difficulty level, that how much time it will take to solve a set, but reading all the statements, collecting all the information will always be more or less similar. So, you should be aware of that. Then comes focus on identifying hook points to start solving. What are the important points that you should work on, है ना? और अगर वो पता चल गया कि क्या ऐसा इसमें है, is it a linear equation, is it a quadratic equation, is it a permutation combination, is it on number system or any other part of your syllabus. So, जो भी दिया हुआ है रिकॉग्नाइज दैट पार्ट कि कौन सा पॉइंट्स इसमें इंपॉर्टेंट है ना? इंटीग्रल सॉल्यूशंस, आर यू फेमिलियर विद दैट? इफ यस, देन गुड. तो ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है कि जो इंफॉर्मेशन गिवन है उसमें क्या इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्या इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, वो हम रिकॉग्नाइज करें, फिर सेट के साथ आगे बढ़ें. Then comes the last point: we will solve an LRDI set from the book as well as from our IM ABC module, just to understand about the level of the sets and what do we approach these kind of sets, okay? So, are you guys ready? Let's start with the set. Say yes in the comment if you guys are ready. We are going to discuss few really good sets, not difficult, but some a little bit calculative and a little bit tricky set, okay? So, कितने लोग ready हैं? Are you ready with pen and page? If not, then get it and then try the sets that we are going to discuss. Okay, ready guys? So let's try our first set today from our iQuanta CAT books. This is the set. There are 4 questions, 2 questions in this slide, 2 questions in this slide. Okay. So after some time I will move to the next 2 questions, but first try this set, try to solve these 2 questions. As you can see, I probability word in this set. So this question is based on basic applications of probability. Okay, try this one and then we are going to discuss it. So we are going to discuss this set in few minutes. If you are getting answers, then let me know. Okay, these are the first 2 questions. These are the next 2 questions. There are 4 questions in this set. Sanjeet, question number 1 and 2 is here. Okay, guys. Done with the question number 3 and 4? Send your answers. Three C, yes, that is absolutely correct, Tejaswar. बहुत अच्छे. What about the rest of them? One C. One C is also correct, Kshitij. Very good. Any other answers you got? Then let me know. 3C, 4C. 4C is not correct, I guess. Check the answer for question number 4, Tejaswar. All right. Okay. So, till you are solving, let's discuss this one. A school has classes only from 6th to 10th. The following table shows the number of boys and the number of girls in each class. Some of the values are missing. So, this is the table given. In 6th class, number of boys has been given, number of girls, number of students are missing. 7th class, number of girls, total students has been given. We can find this as 40. Rest of them are still missing. Now it says additional information. The probability of selecting a boy from class 8th is 12 by 24. If this value is x, then what we can say? X upon 46 is equal to 12 upon 23. 23 into 2 is 43. We can say x is equal to 24. This will be equal to 24. Number of boys in class 8 is 24. What will be the number of girls? 46 minus 24, which will be 22. So out of 5 class, we already have complete information about 2 classes. Then point B says the ratio of probability of selecting a boy from class 10th and the probability of selecting a girl from class 10th is 9 by 5. If this is x, then this will be x plus 10. What is the probability of selecting one boy? Not x, let's say y. If this is y, this will be y plus 10. Then what we can say, probability of selecting one boy. So y upon y plus 10 divided by 10 upon y plus 10 is equal to 9 upon 5. So y plus 10 cancelled out. We can say y by 10 is equal to 9 by 5. 5 into 2. This 2 goes here, or we can say y is equal to 18. So y is equal to 18. Total number of students in class 10 will be 28. Right? Now, next point. The probability of selecting a boy from class 9th and a girl from class 10th is 1 by 4. From class 9, probability of selecting a boy, let's say if this value is z, then probability of selecting one boy, 35 upon z into probability of selecting a girl from class 10th will be 10 upon 28. 10 upon 28. This is equal to 1 by 4. 4 into 7, 28, 7 into 5. Or we can say z will be equal to, z is equal to 50, right? So from there, we got number of students in class 9th. If this is 50, this will be 15. है ना? The D point says the probability of selecting a class 6th student from the school is 53 by 247. So, if I say this value is A, this value must be A minus 26. What is the sum of all of these? Can I say according to point D, total number of students 28 plus 50, 78 plus 70, 148 plus 46, 194. So, A, it says the probability of selecting one student. So, total number of students. So, A upon A plus 194 is equal to 53 upon 247. This is what's given, right? Now, if you check, if I take A is equal to 53, then this condition is satisfied. We can find A is equal to 53. So, this will be equal to 53 and this will be equal to 27. So, now with that information, we got all the values, right? So, as you can see that I did nothing extraordinary here, okay. I gave you 7 to 8 minutes to solve this question, but I can see only few answering this question. But now you can see it was not that difficult. What you needed to do is starting with one information at one time and then fill the table, right? And even if you are not aware of basics of probability, there is only one concept which is required here, that probability of an event is equal to number of favorable event upon total number of event. That's it. So, in that case, now let's solve these questions. What is the ratio of number of boys from class 7 to class 8? Class 7 boys, class 8 boys. 40 by 24, which is equal to 8 into 5, 8 into 3, 5:3. So, our answer is option C. Devodita got this correct. Question number 1, option C is absolutely correct. Question number 2, all students from the school appeared for 2 examinations. 143 passed the first. So, we have 2 different kind of examination. First examination, second examination. First examination is passed by 143. Second examination is passed by 130. 52 passed both of them. And we know that total number of students is 247. Can I say number of students who passed, number of students passed at least one subject, at least one subject will be equal to, so 143, 130, 143 plus 130, these 52 are common in both. This will be equal to 273 minus 52, which is equal to 221. So, question is, failed in both. How many of them have failed in both? So, failed in both. So, 247 minus 21, this is equal to 26. What is the probability? Probability that a student selected at random has failed in both the examination. Number of students who failed in both the examination is 26. Divide by 247. This is 13 into 2, 13 into 19. So, our answer is 2 by 19, which is option A. So, Devodita got this correct as well. So, guys, if you have doubts in any of these solutions, then let me know. At any point of the time, you can let me know. Question number 1, 2, 3, if you have doubts in any of these questions. Question number 3, it says if one student is selected from each class, then what is the probability that all 5 are boys? So, what we can say, probability P is equal to 1 student from each class, probability that all 5 are boys. So, what is the probability if we select one student from class 6 that it's a boy? So, number of boys is 26. So it will be 26 upon 53. In class 7th, it will be 40 upon 70. In class 8th, it will be 24 upon 46. Class 9, 35 upon 50. Class 10th, 18 upon 28. Now, if we solve this, what we can say? This is cancelled out. 4 into 7 is 28, 7 into 5 is 35. Then we can say 5 into 14 is 70. This is 7 into 2, this is 13 into 2. This is 23 into 2, this is 12 into 2. So ultimately what we are getting, that P is equal to 13 into 12 into 18 divided by 53 into 7 into 23 into 5, right? This is the product, this is the probability that we are getting. Now, if you multiply this, you get this value, option C, 28808 42665. Okay. So that is our answer, 2808 divided by 42665. All right. So option C is the correct answer for this one. Then comes the fourth question, which says two students are to be selected for a play from class 10th. What is the probability that at least one of the selected students will be a girl? At least one of the selected students. So what we can say, probability will be 1 minus none of the selected students are girls, right? Or all the two students are boys. So if I want to select two boys, it will be 18C2 divided by 28C2, right? It says if two students are selected. So from there, this will be 1 minus 18 into 17 divided by 28 into 27. Now we can cancel this out, 9 into 2, 9 into 3, 2 into 14. 1 minus 17 upon 42, which is equal to 25 upon 42. Now, if you don't do this, you will have to consider multiple cases, right? That if exactly one girl is selected, one girl and one boy, then exactly two girls are selected. We can also solve it like that. Like if one girl and one boy is selected, then 18 into 10 divided by 28C2. If both of them are girls, then 10C2 divided by 28C2. So you will still get the same answer, which is option C. What was the answer? Yes, option C is the correct answer. Okay. So Devadita got all 4 answers correct. That is really nice, you know. Now, after this set, we are going to discuss one set from our marquee IMABC module. Okay. So check this set. This is a really awesome set. You should definitely try this one. And if you have any doubts anywhere, then let me know. Okay. Mr. A, sir, when you be taking classes in batch 2? Very soon. Very soon I'll be taking classes in batch 2 as well. Okay, are you guys trying this question? Tell me if you got any answer. This is a really good exercise of your logical and calculation skills. You know, this is a really good set based on the given information, what you need to do, how to solve these type of questions, how do you move forward. Mr. A, okay, so write it down in the Facebook group, the, the paid Facebook group that you are part of. Write that down in that group, and I'm sure I'll be taking your classes as well very soon. Okay. Okay, then, as I said previously, this is a set from our IM ABC batch. Now, this is a batch where we prepare you with the best possible questions, and every year, lots of questions you can see are directly from our IM ABC module. All right. So, I am sure you have enjoyed solving this question. So, let's try this. It says Maruti Suzuki started a shuttle bus service from Gurgaon to its manufacturing facility in Manesar. The shuttle has three immediate stops: Sector 23, Udyog Vihar, 32nd Avenue. The bus starts at Palam Vihar and stops at Sector 23, Udyog Vihar, and 32nd Avenue in that order, starting from Palam Vihar, going to uh, going to sector 23, then Udyog Vihar, and then 32nd Avenue, and then Manesar, in that order. Before reaching its destination at Manesar, sector 23, Udyog Vihar, 32nd Avenue, and Manesar are located at a distance of 3 km, 7 km, 14 km, and 13 km respectively from Palam Bihar. Now, if we know the distance between Palam Bihar to other stops, we can find the distance between rest of the 4 stops as well, right? Now, the base price for up to first 5 km is 30 rupees per employee, and for every subsequent kilometer it increases by 3 rupees per kilometer. What is the meaning of that? If you are traveling for a distance of exact 5 km, you will have to pay 30 rupees. If you are traveling for a distance of 6 km, you will have to pay 30 plus 3, 33 rupees. If you are traveling for 7 kilometers, total amount will be 30 plus 2 extra kilometer. So, 2 into 3, 36 kilometer. Okay, and so on. So, if you are traveling for, let us say, 20 kilometer, then you will have to pay 30 rupees for first 5 kilometer, and rest of the 15 kilometer you will have to pay 3 rupees per kilometer. So, 15 into 3, 45. 45 plus 30, 75 rupees. Now it says exactly 10 employees. So some information has been given. Okay, so it would be nice to have a table where we can understand the distance between two places and how many employees are boarding and deboarding at each of the stops, right? As you can understand from this information, exactly 10 employees boarded the shuttle at each of the stops: Palam Bihar, Sector 23, Udyog Vihar and 32nd Avenue. Employees can board the bus at any of the 4 locations and can get off at any intermediate station. You can board at any stations starting for Palam Bihar, Sector 23, 32nd Avenue and what was this? Udyog Vihar. Okay, you cannot get on Manesar because that's the last stop. So exactly 10 employees boarded in these 4 stops. Then it says only one employee who boarded the shuttle at Palam Bihar got off at Manesar. The number of employees who got off the shuttle at Sector 23, Udyog Vihar, 32nd Avenue were 2, 7 and 13 respectively. The total fare collected from the employees who boarded at Palam Bihar was 501. So there are a total of 10 employees who boarded at Palam Bihar. The total fares collected from those 10 employees is 501 rupees and total fare collected from the employees who boarded at Udyog Vihar was 552. So these 4 questions are given here. How many employees boarded the shuttle at Palam Bihar and got off at 32nd Avenue? How many employees boarded the shuttle at Sector 23 and got off at Manesar? What is the total fare collected from the employees who boarded the shuttle at Sector 23? What is the total fare collected from the employees who got off at Manesar? So reading these questions, I can understand that we need to figure out how many employees get off at each of the stations, because how many employees boarded from each of the stops we already know, it's 10. So that we can figure out the total amount or whatever is asked in the question. So it would be nice if we make a table. Now what we can do here, that let's say someone is getting on Palam Bihar and 10 employees get on, 10 here, 10 here, 10 here, 0 in Manesar, because all of them whatever is remaining will be get off in Manesar. Now it says that 10 employees boarded on each of these stations, and now it says here the number of employees who got off the shuttle at Sector 23, Udyog Vihar, 32nd Avenue were 2, 7, 13 respectively. So total number of employees who got off at Sector 23, 2. It must be out of these 10 employees. These 2 must be out of these 10 employees, and total it says, where was it, 2, 7 and 13. 7 here, 13 here. Out of 40 employees, 2 plus 7, 9 plus 13, 22 employees deboarded the bus till 32nd Avenue. Can I say the rest of them must have deboarded at Manesar? The rest of them must have deboarded at Manesar. So total number of employees who deboarded at Manesar is 18. Is that clear to everyone? Right? Total number of employees who deboarded at Manesar is 18, because this total should be 40. Right? Now we already know this is 2. Now can I say all the employees who boarded the bus at 32nd Avenue must have deboarded at Manesar, because that's the last stop. So this value is 10, right? If this value is 10, what else can we say? That number of employees, rest of them, these we need to figure out. Now what are the information given? It says that number of employees who get on Palam Vihar and deboarded at Manesar is 1. This value is given as 1. Now what are the values given? other information that is given, the total fare collected from the employees who boarded at Palam, Bihar was 501. Total fare collected was 501. Can I say these two employees, now the distance has been given as well from Palam, Bihar to sector 23. What are the distances? Palam, Bihar to sector 23. This distance is 3. From Palam, Bihar to Udyog Vihar, the distance is given 7 kilometer. So from here to here, we can say this is 4 kilometer. Then 14, so this is 7 kilometer, and this will be total 30. So 30 minus 14, this will be 16, right? Or we can also write from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. Or let's write it down like this. From Palam Vihar to sector 23, 3 kilometer. From Palam Vihar to Udyog Vihar, 7 kilometer. From Palam Vihar to 32nd Avenue, 14. From Palam Vihar to Manesar, 30. Total amount paid by these 10 employees is 501. What can we say? Can we say that if this value is x, this value is y, what is the total amount paid by these 10? So all of them must have paid the basic fare, right? So 10 employees, all of them paid the basic fares. So these two employees, the distance is 3, so they don't have to pay anything else. Now these X employees, the distance is 7 kilometer, means 2 kilometer extra. So for 2 kilometer extra, they will have to pay 3 rupees per kilometer into X. Plus these Y employees, the distance is 14 kilometer, 14 minus 5 is 9. For these 9 kilometers, they will have to pay 3 kilometer extra, and this will be the total fare paid by them, 9 into 3 y, right? And this one employee must have paid, so out of 30 kilometer, 5 kilometer payment we have already taken here. So what we can say, 5 kilometer, remove that, 25 kilometer. So for 25 kilometer, 3 rupees per kilometer plus 1, this should be equal to the value that is given, 501. Or from here we can say this is 300 and this is 75, this into 1. 375 subtract 126, this will become 6x plus 27y is equal to 126, or we can divide by 3 as well. We can say 2x plus 9y is equal to 42. Is that clear to everyone? बताओ यहाँ तक कोई डाउट है? ये स्टेटमेंट समझने में किसी को प्रॉब्लम है क्या? Let's say this is our equation 1. 2x plus 9y is 42. है किसी को कोई डाउट? नहीं ना? I am just calculating the total fare paid by all of these persons. Can I say that x plus y, total number of employees is 10 who boarded at Palam Bihar. So x plus y must be 7. X plus y must be 7. This is our second. So equation 1 minus equation 2 into 2. So x will be cancelled out. 7y is equal to 42 minus 14 is 28. We can say y is equal to 4. If y is equal to 4, x is equal to 3. So let's write it down. X is equal to 3, y is equal to 4. Okay. So we got the values of number of employees who boarded at Palam Bihar and who get off at sector 23 stop, 2 employees. Udyog Vihar stop, 3 employees. 32nd Avenue stop, 4 employees, and Manesar directly 1 employee. Okay. So till now it should be clear. Now next it says, while the total fare collected from the employees who boarded at Udyog Vihar was 552. Boarded at Udyog Vihar. So Udyog Vihar वाले कहाँ उतरेंगे? या तो 32nd Avenue उतरेंगे या मानेसर. Let's say this value is A and this value is B. Again, what we can say, out of these 10 employees, all of them must have paid 30 rupees, the basic fare, right? But after that, these A employees from Udyog Vihar to 32nd Avenue, the distance is 7 kilometer, means 2 kilometer extra. So 2 into 3 rupees per kilometer into A. This will be the extra fare for these persons. For these B, from Udyog Vihar to Manesar, the distance is 16 how much is this distance? 7 plus 16, 23 kilometer. 23 minus 5 is 18. So it will be 18 into 3 into B. This should be equal to 552. 5, 5 and 2. So from there we can say 6A plus 54B will be equal to 252, or can we divide this by 6? Yes. A plus 9B will be equal to 42. Let's say this is our third equation. Now what we can say about A plus B? Can I say A plus B will be equal to 10, because there are 10 employees who are boarding the bus at Udyog Vihar. So in that case, A plus B will be equal to 10. This is our fourth equation. If we subtract this, A cancelled out, 8B is equal to 32, or A is equal to 4. Sorry, B is equal to 4 and A will become 6. So we can say B is equal to 4 and A is equal to 6. A is equal to 6, B is equal to 4. Now as we got these values, what do we know? That number of employees who deboarded, who get off at sector 23 is 2. It makes sense? 2, 2. At Udyog Vihar, total number of employees who get off is 7. So this must be 4. In case of 32nd Avenue, 13 employees get off, 4 from Palam Bihar, 6 from Udyog Vihar. This must be 3. In case of Manesar, 1 from Palam Bihar, 4 from Udyog Vihar, 10 from 32nd Avenue. So this must be 3. Now we know all the details regarding how many employees boarded from which stop and how many employees deboarded at each stop, right? So now we should be able to solve these questions very quickly. So this is the final value, 2341, 433, 6410, right? Question number 5, it says how many employees boarded the shuttle at Palam Bihar and got off at 32nd Avenue? Palam Bihar, 32nd Avenue, 4. The answer is 4 in this case. How many employees boarded the shuttle at sector 23 and got off at Manesar? This is 3. What is the total fare collected from the employees who boarded the shuttle at sector 23? So sector 23, now we know the distance, sector 23 to Udyog Vihar. What is the distance? It's 4 kilometer. And sector 23 to 32nd Avenue, that distance is, I guess, 7, right? Sector 23 to 32nd Avenue, it will be 4 plus 7, it will be 11. And sector 23 to Manesar, it will be 4 plus 7 plus 16, which is equal to 28. So sector 23 to all this. Now, can I say these 4 employees covered a distance of 4 kilometer? So 4 into 30 plus. Now, from sector 23 to 32nd Avenue, there are 3 employees. 3 employees and the distance is 11. For 11 kilometer, what is the fare? For first 5 kilometer, 30 rupees. Next 6 kilometer, 18 rupees. So 48. It will be 43 into 48 plus. Now in this case, sector 23 to Manesar, the distance is 28 kilometer. And how many employees are there? 3. 3 into, what is the cost of 28 kilometer? Is that 28 kilometer? I guess something is wrong. This is 3, so this should be 27, right? This should be 27, not 28. Right, so 27 minus 5, 22 into 3, 66 rupees extra plus 30, 96. So 96, this will be equal to 120 plus 144 plus 288. So 432, 532, 552. That is our answer. 552. Yes, Tejas Sir, your answer is absolutely correct. What is the total fare collected from the employees who got off at Manesar? Now, this is a really good question. Manesar, one employee from Palam, Bihar. So, in that case, one employee into what is the price? So, from Palam, Bihar to Manesar, the distance is 30. From sector 23 to Manesar, right? We already calculated that. See, sector 23 to Manesar, we already have it. So, we can directly use that here. 3. So, first let's calculate this. Sector 23 to Manesar, this is total 27. Udyog Vihar to Manesar, what will be the distance from Udyog Vihar to Manesar? Udyog Vihar to Manesar, 7 plus 16, it will be 23. So, this distance is 23. One second. This is 23. And 32nd Avenue to Manesar. What is this distance? This distance is 16, right? This distance is 16. So, now we can calculate it. What will be the value? So, for one employee from Palam, Bihar, distance is 30. So, 30 minus 5, 25 into 3, 75 plus 30, 105. This employee will be paying 105 rupees. Now, in case of sector 23, number of employees who boarded at sector 23 and got down at Manesar is 3. So, 3 into 96. How did we get 96? So, the distance is from sector 23 to Manesar is 27. 27 minus 5 is 22. 22 into 3, 66 rupees extra plus 30 rupees basic fare. So, 96. Then, in case of Udyog Vihar, 4 employees got down. So, 4 into what is the distance from Udyog Vihar to Manesar? The distance is 23. So, it will be 23 minus 5, 18 into 3, 54 plus 30, 84. Plus from 32nd Avenue, there are 10 employees, the distance is 16, right? So, 10 employees for 16 kilometer, what will be the cost, what will be the fare? 16 minus 5 is 11 into 3, 33 plus 30, 63. This will be equal to 105 plus 288 plus this will be 300 and is it 320 plus 16, 336 plus 630. This value is equal to 0 plus 6 plus 14 plus 5, 19, carried forward 1, 3 plus 1, 4 plus 3, 7 plus 8, 15. So, 5, carried forward 1, 6 plus 3, 9 plus 1, 10 plus 3, 13, 1359. That's the exact number of, exact value of the fare collected by all the employees who got off at Manesar. Okay. So, that was the whole solution. Kshitij got it correct, Tejeshwar got it correct. Very nice. So, क्या ही मज़ेदार सेट था ये, है ना? बहुत ही अच्छा सेट, बड़े ही आराम से ये सेट करने के हैं. Once you realize that I can do this set as per the given information, you should not hurry. Okay, your speed will be automatically better if you try to solve by being cool and calm. Have some patience, try to use all the information one by one and solve. Okay, don't do any calculation mistake. If you are in a hurry, then you are bound to do some calculation mistake. Okay, and then it will take more time than you should ideally, you know. So, I hope you have understood how to solve these kind of sets, and with that you can improve your efficiency as well as your speed. So, once you have put some time on a set, you should be able to solve all the 4 or 5 questions whatever is given. Now, As you know, uh, approx 6 months are left. कुछ 2-4 दिन ज़्यादा, बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं. And now is the time for mocks. Okay, so as you know, iQuanta provides you more than 35 mocks and 45 plus sectional tests. Okay, and all of these are free for any students who are enrolling with us. And apart from that, the first iCat mock is completely free. This AI generated analysis mocks are free for you. If you register on the website, you can get this for free. And with that mock, if you score good, there are more than 50 lakhs plus prizes to grab. I am really serious. We do this every year. First mock, prize full on, just to motivate all the students. Okay, so if you want some motivation, start reading. We are going to have our first mock very soon. For that, you have to register on the given description link. Okay, just below the video you will find it. You can also join our WhatsApp group. The link is also given there. And write down this free iCat. Okay, बहुत बड़े बड़े prizes मिलते हैं इसमें, है ना. iPad, iPhone and other prizes as well. Free iQuanta CAT course, mock, everything you will find it for free. So the details, as I have told you, 35 CAT level mocks and 45 sectionals. This is the actual interface of CAT, and each question will have its video solution. Every single question will have video solutions. Okay, explained in detail, so you don't need to worry about the analysis. Okay. Now, as we have discussed the last set as IMABC, let me tell you something about IMABC practice batch. What is this? This is a different from our regular batch. Okay, although there is nothing that we leave in our regular batch, syllabus is being completed thrice, and you get to solve more than 10,000 plus questions. But if you think that you have the caliber of getting more than 99% plus percentile easily, and you would like to boost your percentile, this is the booster. This is IMABC batch. Okay, where we provide you lots of sessions, okay, based on Quant, LRDI and VRC according to the CAT slots. There are 3 slots. So these sessions will be happening in those slots as well as in free time, and in those IMABC you will get 25 exact CAT level RCs, 250 exact CAT level LRDI sets, 1250 topic wise CAT level quant questions. And apart from that, in dynamic module of this batch, you are going to get 3 RC sets every day, 3 LRDI sets every day, and 12 quant topic questions every day. This will be done on daily basis. Okay, and as I said that this is for you to practice yourself. Each of these will have video solutions. This is for you to practice in live. Okay guys, so if you are looking to crack CAT this year with the best percentile possible for you, you should join iQuanta. We have just started our CAT new batch. Only 1 or 2 classes has happened in each of the section, and that will be available as recorded video. Okay, so don't worry about anything. If you are thinking about it, join iQuanta. Okay, we have best faculties in the market to help you guys. As you can see, all the faculties with their credentials, right? So see you guys in the live classes very soon. Thank you.